The Cowherd and the Weaver Girl. A long time ago, in the skies, lived a beautiful divine maiden named Vega. She was very good at weaving. She lived with her mother and father, the king and the queen of the skies. How does this look, Mother? As beautiful as the moon, my love. Vega was loved by everyone for her kind and gentle attitude.
The man who marries her would be the luckiest.
One day, as she was weaving, she heard a beautiful flute melody play from afar. Wow, what a melody! I wonder where it is coming from. As days passed, Vega did not only enjoy, but also became very inquisitive over who this beautiful melody was played by every day. This time, I am going to find out who is playing this beautiful flute. Vega hopped clouds and searched the skies. She then realized, seems like it's coming from the earth. Vega descended on earth and followed the sound with her eyes closed. As she opened her eyes, she saw a jade tree right in front of her, under which there stood a handsome man delightfully playing the flute. Vega was awestruck to see him play this beautiful melody, now in front of her eyes. At last, Vega stood there till the man finished his piece. He opened his eyes and was startled to see Vega in front of him.
Oh, hello, ma'am. May I help you with anything?
I followed the sound of your flute. I could hear it every day from the skies.
Oh, that's too loud. I'm sorry for disturbing you so much. I will try to keep it low next time.
Oh, no. I actually came down to Earth just to visit you, and thank you for playing the flute so beautifully. You really light up my mood every day. Also, let me introduce myself. My name is Vega. They call me the Weaving Maiden of the Skies. What about you?
Ma'am, Your Highness, I appreciate your efforts to come all the way down to Earth to hear my flute. I am obliged. And yes, my name is Altair. I am a cowherd. I play the flute as my oxen graze on the open fields.
Altair! What a beautiful name for a beautiful man with his flute. I would like to help you to show my gratitude. You can ask me anything you want. I will offer it to you.
No, I don't want anything. Thank you.
I am sure you do. Think it through, and I will visit you tomorrow. Vega goes back to the skies, leaving Altair quite confused. The next day, Vega made a visit again to Earth to visit Altair. Altair was playing the flute as usual. As he was done with his piece, he saw Vega weaving a shawl in front of him.
Oh? Ma'am? Your Highness?
Vega! Call me Vega. I couldn't resist but come and sit in front of you. The flute sounds even better when closer.
Thank you.
So have you thought about what you want? Please don't say no. I insist. This is just a token of gratitude.
So I have 9 oxen, and my sister-in-law has asked me to bring 10 oxen back home, else I won't be served dinner. And I do not know where to get it from. Now that you're insisting so much, you could just help me find one.
Before Altair could even finish his sentence, Vega magically brought an ox to him.
Huh? How did you do that?
Anyway, I am glad you got what you asked for. And about dinner. Let's have dinner together today. You do not need to worry about going back home. Altair and Vega have dinner together that evening. Ever since, it became habitual for Vega to leave Earth and hear Altair's flute. They also began to spend time together in the fields and enjoyed each other's company. I cannot imagine a day without you anymore.
Likewise, Vega.
And that's when Altair and Vega realized that they were deeply in love. Meanwhile, up in the skies, Vega's mother stormed around the palace. It's been months since Vega has spent time in the skies. She's been going down to the earth every day.
Probably she enjoys the flower fields of spring right now.
I presume not. Vega tells me everything. But this is something she hasn't shared about.
And what is it?
Oh, you fathers are so silly sometimes. That is exactly what we need to find out. Mother called the messenger of the skies. She then told him to keep an eye on Vega the next time she goes to Earth. The next day, when Vega descended to Earth, the messenger followed. He was astounded to see that Vega was with a cowherd. The messenger immediately went up to the skies to report what he saw.
Your Highness, I'm so sorry for this, but it seems like Maiden Vega is spending time with a cowherd.
A who?
You heard it right, Your Highness. I saw her close with a cowherd. However, she seems to be very happy. I've never seen her eyes sparkle as much as they do when she gazes at him. It does look like she's in love.
How can a divine maiden be in love with a mortal cowherd? I'm going to talk to her till she gets back home. It was late evening, and Vega hugged a goodbye to Altair and left back to the skies. Upon reaching, she saw her mother wait for her. So, seems like you're enjoying the Earth, aren't you? The Earth is beautiful, and we divines know it more than anyone else. Can't agree more, but seems like there's a certain someone who you've been spending time with. Oh, Mother, how do you find out about everything? I do, and I wanted to let you know about him, Mother. His name is Altair, and I am in love. Love? In love with a cowherd, you mean? Don't be silly, honey. You cannot be in love with a cowherd. You are a divine maiden from the skies. But how does that justify? He understands me. He cares for me. And you are just being impulsive, Vega. I don't want to hear this anymore. From tomorrow onwards, you are barred from going to the Earth. But Mother, you cannot do this to me. I don't want to hear anything. I want you to forget the cowherd and focus on your weaving duties. And just like that, Mother stopped Vega from meeting Altair. The next day on Earth, Altair had come with his ox herd. However, he didn't seem to see Vega.
It's quite odd that Vega isn't here yet.
Just then, the 10th ox that Vega gifted to Altair came to him and began talking.
Oh, Altair, I feel so sorry for you that Vega didn't come to meet you.
You talk?
Of course. I was brought from the skies for you. I can't just be a grass-grazing ox. I come with special powers.
Wow.
Now listen to me carefully, Altair. It seems like Maiden Vega's family has found out about the two of you and are very upset. She's now not allowed to come down to Earth.
Oh no, I need to be there for her right away. But I don't have any superpowers. I'm just a mere cowherd.
Uh-oh, you're underestimating yourself. You have no idea what your power can do. It is far more magical than you think it is. Want to see what you're capable of? Here you go. These are magic shoes that will help you climb to heaven. It is tough to climb if your love isn't true.
My love for Vega is true, and I can do anything for her.
Altair wears the shoes that Ox gave him and begins the climb up to heaven. The ox stares at him in awe as Altair walks towards heaven at such ease.
And that's how true love looks like.
Altair reached the skies in no time and saw Vega sitting outside the palace in tears.
Vega!
Altair! Altair and Vega embraced each other in happiness. Just then, Vega's mother and father walk in and see them. Things are really getting out of hand. We need to do something. Vega's father separates them by forming a Milky Way between Altair and Vega. No! Altair and Vega were now separated. Now the two of you will never meet each other again. Hearing this, Vega felt miserable and began to cry. She cried so much that Earth faced heavy rains and floods. Spectating the situation, the magpies of the town began to gather.
If it rains like this for one more day, this town will drown. I heard from the ox that these are Vega's tears. Altair and Vega have been separated. We must do something about this. Let Let us magpies gather and fly to the skies.
The magpies gather together and fly to the skies and reach Altair and Vega. One by one, they gradually form a bridge between them.
Mate and Vega, please don't cry. We came all the way to the heaven sky high, so here we are to make the bridges strong. As the two of your love, that will prove everyone wrong.
Altair and Vega are so happy to see the magpies form a bridge for them. They quickly run to each other and embrace.
Oh, I missed you so much, Vega.
I'm so glad I could meet you again, Altair. Vega and Altair finally met on the bridge. However, the magpies were becoming very tired, constantly flapping their wings.
I need to go back home to my kids. I need to sleep. My wings hurt so much. How about we do this just once a year? The 7th day of the 7th month like today. We can all gather and form the bridge for Altair and Vega to meet.
That would be great. It's better than not meeting at all.
Indeed.
And just like that, Altair and Vega gaze at each other throughout the year and meet once on every 7th day of the 7th month of the year. Even now, on July 7th, Japan celebrates Tanabata, hoping the two stars of the constellations, Altair and Vega, meet.